So-called war on women hit a fever pitch this past week when Democratic strategist Hillary Rosen said Ann Romney never worked a day in her life. Even though Rosen has since apologized, will the comments be a liability for the president? Ann Coulter joins us now. Good morning, Ann.
Good morning.
So President Obama sort of seemed to suggest that this is a distraction. They're ready to move on. The country's more interested in the economy and jobs. And of course, the country is more interested in the economy and jobs, to be fair. However, this is an issue that if you base it upon the reaction it's had on cable news, on network news, on social media, around dining rooms, in people's homes, this is a big, hot issue.
Yes, and it should be. I mean, it feeds into this, the feminist base of the Democratic Party looking down their noses at women who stay home and raise their children. And also, I think this was planned directly from the White House, and Hillary Rosen bungled it slightly. The idea is, and we're going to hear a lot of this through the fall campaign, to attack Mitt Romney and his entire family for being wealthy, which, is based on an insanely false premise that you must be poor yourself in order to understand the poor at that point, right, when you're running for president, apparently. When conservatives criticized Obama and his team as being elitist in 2008, liberals went around saying, I think we should have an elite president, and shouldn't our president be more elite than we are? But of course, we meant elitist not as in good, but as in arrogant and thinking you know better than we do. Now he's running against a man who was way more impressive than the affirmative action community organizer. So their attack is going to be this idea that he's somehow, born with a silver spoon in his mouth. This is a standard attack from the left on Republicans, and Hillary Rosen just blew it.
But at issue, of course, is this gender gap, and that's certainly why the Mitt Romney campaign, doesn't want this to go away, and that's certainly why the Obama administration wants it to go away. Barack Obama has a big advantage when it comes to women voters right now, and among independents, he has a higher advantage than does Mitt Romney. At issue, of course, is this disconnect, the inability for the GOP to woo women voters. We had Governor Mike Huckabee talking about how Republicans have long had a difficult time connecting with women. Does this help? And what does the GOP need to do to connect with women going into the fall?
Yeah, no, I loved how the Obama administration, after lovingly, and the entire media going through the whole Rush Limbaugh calling that woman a slut for 3 weeks. It was covered like the moon landing. And now 5 minutes after, they're more of a spokesman for Obama than Rush Limbaugh is for Mitt Romney, says this about women who stay home and raise their own children. 5 seconds into that, oh yes, let's move on now. Let's move on. No, this is how the Democratic Party thinks of women, unless they are career women and have foreign nannies, often illegal foreign nannies, raising their children. Remember the trouble Bill Clinton had with all of his attorney generals, one after another, had to keep being withdrawn because they had all employed illegal aliens to raise their kids. And this is described in Elizabeth Drew's book. Joe Biden finally had to, actually it was Joe Biden, though he wasn't in the Clinton White House. He goes to the Clinton White House and has to explain to all the feminists in the Democratic Party, no, in many parts of the country, women raise their own children. They aren't hiring help to do that for them. So there really is this does describe a cultural difference between the parties, and it was a wedge that the Obama campaign was planning on using against the Romneys. When Romney didn't even, he gave away the money and he inherited from his father. He worked hard, he's very talented.
And real quickly, you mentioned Joe Biden. Give me one name you'd like to see as Mitt Romney's vice president.
Chris Christie.
You think he'll accept?
Sure, yeah, it's going to be a winning ticket. I'm very optimistic about our ticket this fall.
All right.
All right, Ann, thanks so much. Great to see you. See you next weekend.
Good to see you, Ann.